I'm so happy that she clicked play. Anyway, welcome to another video. All right, tonight, or whenever you tuning in, but it's tonight for me. I got another story time, y'all. And what do we call this? I gotta look at my list, y'all. Cause in my mind, I was gonna call it all types of things, okay? But so we're calling this one right here, "A Man Lives in the Attic." Y'all, I was gonna name this video "Peekaboo" of my son online. I had all different types of names, but I came up "A Man Lives in my Attic." So let's get into it, okay? So I have discovered that my brain don't be remembering things like it's supposed to be remembering things. So when I start telling story times from now on, I'm going to tell you the age range I was in, okay? Because I'll be like, I was 21, I'll be 23, I was 24, I don't know. I don't be knowing. So I'm going to say I was in my 20s. So I'm going to tell you I was in my late 20s in this story time. I be jacking up them ages. I be watching the playback because, you know, I got her edited or whatever. And I be thinking like, dang, I be jacking up. I know them was like, dang, she don't remember. I don't remember. Some of this stuff happened 10 years ago. I don't remember. I'm 36. Anyway, but I was in my late 20s. We will say that. We will say in this storyline. And I was going with this young man. And we're going to name him... Ooh, what we gonna name him? We gonna name him Nipsey, okay? Because he gave me a Nipsey vibe, okay? So I was dating Nipsey. We had been in a relationship for a minute. I'm gonna say we was in a relationship for about a good 8 months, okay? So that's not a minute, but it's a while, okay? We're gonna say it was a while, whatever. So Nipsey, you know, I met him online. Like I met a whole bunch of my guys. And we hit it off, and we have been dating for a while, but I have decided that it was time for me to move out of my home. Now, he had his own place and his own, you know, space or whatever where he was staying, but I also was living an hour and probably like 20 minutes from him, but I wanted a new place. Not to move closer, because I won't change where I live to go follow no man, but I wanted to move somewhere else. I was living in this house, and I wanted to move to this condo. And so I had packed up most of my stuff, and he was coming to help me to move up my stuff. Now, my son at the time, I'm going to say that I think he was like 8 or 9 or something like that. Don't get me lying, y'all, but he was younger. He was not a teenager yet. I do know that. And I remember, you know, he was close. He was close to teenager, but he won't. I can't remember the age, so I don't want to mess it up. Anyway, he was younger. So I remember, you know, sometimes I would go to work, and when I would go to work, you know, he would tell me that there was a man in the attic, you know. He told me sometimes, and I could come home or I could be on the phone, and he'll just tell me, because sometimes my son was a latchkey kid, and if you don't know what it is, that's when your kid stays home while you go to work. Like basically they have a key to get in the house, and they stay home by themselves, and they watch TV, they do the homework, they call their mama. I get to see everything. I can see everything. It's just like I'm there, because I can see everything. I call in and be like, hey, why you didn't pick up your clothes? But basically, I will make it home an hour or two after he gets off the bus at the time, the schedule that I had, whatever. But we had constant contact, and he knew that call me if anything is wrong. And I was looking every second. Like I was like, let me see what he doing, because I had a camera that was connected to my phone, and I could see everything at home. So anywho, never had no problems either. Never had no problems. But I remember he telling me one time on break, you know, there's a man that lives upstairs. And I'm thinking like, what? I'm like, shut up. Boy, ain't no man living upstairs. And he just told me that. And then I told him to shut up. And he was like, I'm for real. I'm like, no, hush, stop talking crazy like that. Because he had a very imaginative mindset. So I thought this was another story that he was just making up. Okay, so fast forward one day, we were sitting in the living room. It was dark. I had everything dark. We just had on TV on. The TV was I had a TV on the wall or whatever. We just sitting on the couch or something like that. And I hear something like somebody walking on ahead. Now note this, I was living in a 3-bedroom and 2 bath. A 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house at the time. I was renting it out. And nobody's supposed to be walking on our head because we're not living on an apartment on top of each other. This was a house, okay? So I hear like somebody walking. It sounds like somebody walking. And my son look at me and say, see, I told you there's a man that live up on top of the stairs. So there's no lights on into the house, y'all. The TV is on, but it's not loud. But we're watching a movie. And we have been sitting in the dark for a while. We're just watching the movie, right? You hear this walking sound over our head. He said, see, I told you. Like, it was regular. It didn't bother him. He wasn't mad about it. See, I told you, Mama, you hear? He made noise sometimes. So what I do is I take the broom and I hit the ceiling and he'll stop making noise. But he been living up there for a little while. And I'm like, what you talking about? What hello? What you talking about? Like, there's somebody up there for real. And again, I told him, boy, shut up. Because I'm like, boy, you shut up. So I got on the phone with my boyfriend. I'm telling him what Kai's saying. And I'm like, man, he's talking about there's a man, there's a man upstairs. He was like, you know, kids have got crazy imagination. I was like, yeah, but he's talking about it real. And then I told him I heard somebody like on the ceiling while we watching. What's the name? It sounded like somebody on the ceiling or whatever. He was like, well, have you ever been in your attic? I said, no, I ain't never been in my attic. I never had no reason to go in my attic because how the attic was made it was in the attic. Of course, it was up high, but it was like a ladder, like you pull down, whatever. But one, I'm 5'3". I won't tall enough, even on top of a chair, to like a string or something you pull down. Like I won't tall enough to even get the string, y'all. I would have to start stack like 10 chairs to get, because like it's an older house, so the older houses have higher ceilings. I won't tall enough to get up there anyway. But my boyfriend he like 6'3", so he was like, okay, well, you know, you packing up your stuff or whatever. And at this time, like I had packed up most of all my stuff. I had already got a new place, so I was moving things. Like this move was like a week and a half. Like I told them we're moving out, and I literally started moving my stuff out, got the keys or whatever, and started moving my stuff out little by little. And I told them, okay, we'll be out on this stuff because I extended my lease like a week so I can move out my stuff. I ain't want to be rushed and moving. So I moved out a little something just a little bit every time I would come through the week. I packed up my car and then take something over there. Packed up my car and take something over there. And then like that weekend I was planning to do like the major move, like major moving stuff or whatever, because I was going to have some help. So he was like, all right, on Saturday when I come over there, I just, you know, go up there to see, try to check it out to see what, but if you hear anything, then you need to call the police or I'll come over there or whatever. Because like my boyfriend, we lived an hour and like 20 minutes away. So on the weekends, that's when we really saw each other. We had that relationship where Monday through Friday he worked, Monday through Friday I worked. So on the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we were always together. Like every weekend, it never was not a weekend. The only time we weren't together on the weekend was because we were mad at each other. And he was the type of boyfriend, I don't care if you're mad, he wanted me to come to his house. He always wanted me to come to his house because I guess he was comfortable there. And he wanted me laid up in his bed because he always wanted me at his house. So, hey, y'all, I got another story time about him. Honey. We gonna have probably like 2 story time about him. 2 more story time about him because, honey, he was something serious. But just gotta keep watching. But anyway, so he was like, if you feel unsafe, just let me know or you can come over here. Like, it was like, if you don't feel safe there, babe, you can come on over here, baby, because I got you, okay? He was like, get Kai, and you just come on over here. You don't feel safe, and you can just stay over here until you move or whatever, completely or whatever. So I was like, nah, if I hear something else, I'm gonna just call the police, because he lived like an hour 20 minutes. So he was like, if you hear something else, just call the police and then call me and I'll be on my way. So the police gonna get there faster than he is, okay? Because they ran the corner somewhere. So I was like, all right. So I didn't hear nothing else. So before my son go to bed, because it then got to the time where it's time to go to bed, he was like, well, usually if he make noise, I just hit the ceiling with the broom and he know to go lay down. Like, he's talking like this is our person. Like, we allow somebody to live up there. And I'm thinking like, what? And so I just try to push it back to the back burner, like, he tripping. Okay, he tripping. There ain't no man staying upstairs. Okay, fast forward, it turned into Saturday, y'all. And so we cleaning up everything. We cleaning up everything. We getting everything out. We done made like 10 trips, got everything out. God knows when you move, it's just terrible because you realize how much stuff you got, honey. And we just moving. So then once we get to the last trip to carry everything, he was like, "You want us to go see what's in the attic? You want to go see what's in the attic?" And I was scared, y'all. I didn't want to go up there for real because I'm like, what if it's a man up there? And then this whole time, I got to deal with a reality that I ain't listening to my son, and there's really a dude up there. So, boom. I was like, yeah, you can go up there, but I ain't going up there. He was like, girl, you gonna come out here with me. You gonna come up here with me. So he pulled the string down. I'm talking about, y'all, he didn't even have to stand up all the way. He just pulled the string down like that. I'm like, okay, show off. Okay, you tore off. So he pulled the string down. The ladder came down. I didn't even know the ladder reached all the way down to the floor. It was crazy. So reached, and he started climbing or whatever. And he was like, I'm going to get to the top and I'm going to look around first before you climb up. Because if anything is up here, I'm going to have to do what I got to do. So he had a gun, y'all. Okay? Pew, pew. He had one of them on him. So he had it. Okay. Anything going, hey, because you ain't supposed to be up there. But I don't condone violence. But anyway, you got to do what you got to do. But anyway, so he goes up there. He looking around. And he was like, hand me the flashlight, because he had brought a flashlight or whatever. I guess to go in the attic, because I don't remember what he was using it for, but he had this big flashlight. He was like, can you hand me the flashlight? And so as soon as he flashed the light around, he flashed it around. He up there just flashing around. He said, oh my God, somebody is living up here. And I'm like, he's saying that calm. Is that you can see? I said, you can see the person up there? You come? He was like, no, come look. So then I climb all the way up and stuff. Y'all, tell me why. There's a pallet. And I'm talking about whoever lived up there, y'all. It was a pallet up there. Like somebody made this thick, I'm talking about very thick pallet up there, okay? Also, it was snacks. The snacks I buy my son. At the time, my son was on the Oreos right back. So I would buy the individual packs that come in a big box, but they come in different packs where you got, like 2 or 3 Oreos in a pack. Doritos, all the snacks I was buying my son, like it was snack paper all over the attic, y'all. This person had like a bag where they put like their trash. They had like a bin, like it looked like somebody would have like a bin or something like where they wash themselves in, but everything was neat other than it was like 4 bags or something. It looked like they left quickly or something, okay? And I'm like, somebody been out here for real. And it was clean, y'all. It looked like somebody had swept the floor, mopped the floor, and everything. So I'm like, my God, somebody really live here? He told me, yeah, I told you somebody live in here. I seen him come down one time, and he told me to shh. And you were okay with him. He said that you could live up there. I'm like, what the man look like? He said, Mom, I don't forgot. It was when we first moved here. I said, what? And so then, y'all, I was very scared. I'm thinking about, was this man coming down at night? I said, did he touch you? What did it look like? My son ain't had no more information for me. He was just, Mama, you're overreacting. He's a nice guy. He didn't do nothing to me. He never came down. I've only seen him one time since we've been here. Y'all, we had lived in the house for 3.5 years. He said, I only met him one time, and he never did anything to me. He just come down for snacks. So we had bruh man upstairs. My son like, who is bruh man? So there was a real man up the attic. He said, Mama, I told you like 3 or 4 times. You told me to hush and be quiet. He told me you was cool with it. I only seen the man one time. I forgot what he looked like, to be honest. And I'm like, oh my God, I freaked out, y'all. So we going up there. There's no clothes up there. Like, there's no physical clothes. So whatever he had, I guess he takes it with him or whatever. But I don't know what it was. So I ended up telling the landlord about this, what happened. what my son said so that he could tell the owner, because they had sold down. The real reason why we were moving out, I wanted something new, but they also, I probably would have stayed in the house for another 3 years, y'all, because I really liked the house. It was a nice house, but they gave me a notice basically saying that the owner had sold the house, and they had already told me that they were looking for somebody to sell the house because they did not want to no longer rent the house anymore. They want to go ahead and sell it, you know. And they thanked me for staying there. They thanked me for keeping it clean and all that stuff like that. I was so sad when I got that letter, y'all. But I started looking for an apartment because they basically was giving me, and y'all, check this out. They sold the home but gave me a year to leave, y'all, because they said I was such a good tenant. I was like, baby, if I brought her home, baby, get out. Tell her to get out my house. But anyway, they were very nice, okay? But I was like, please tell the sellers there's somebody. I took pictures and everything. They actually went up there, looked to see, and it was like, yep, somebody been staying up here. Unless you was up here with that pallet. And y'all, whoever made that pallet, made them a nice pallet, had a pillow and everything. But, yeah, there was a man living in my attic. I don't know who this man was. If you're watching this, Mr. Sir, thank you for not touching my baby. Thank you for not touching me. I could only imagine what they was other. Did you watch me get undressed? Was you home? Or you clearly was homeless? But why you was staying in my attic? I have many questions, but anyway, that's the story. There was a man staying in my attic, y'all. So y'all, if y'all get these houses and y'all get to rent these houses, please do a thorough investigation. And don't assume your children have these vivid imaginations. They might be just telling you the truth, okay? In my case, this could have been bad, okay? But I praise the Lord that, you know, if he was getting a peep show, that's all they got, okay? Anyway, see y'all on the next one. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Okay, because it's lit over here and I got so many more story times, y'all. That was a short one. But I thought about it the other day when I was looking through houses. And I was like, oh, this would be a cute house to live through. I was just looking at different houses and stuff like that. But then it hit me that time that I discovered, my son already knew. And y'all, I'm about to say my baby dad. My boyfriend at the time, he was like, if Makai had told you this like 3 or 4 times, why you didn't even go? You should have been told me about this, because I told him about it like the 4th time he said something about it. He said you should have been said something about it, and we could have been went up there, or at least you could have had your landlord send somebody up there to see what was going on. What if this person was like, he was just going in, just like if your mama found out you did something, boy, he let me have it. What if this man would have hurt you? What if he would have hurt your child? What if he and I'm thinking like, sir, I didn't know this was reality. My son got a vivid imagination. You know, he believes in ghouls and goblins, and he believes in a whole bunch of stuff. Like, honey, and he is a person that what if you to death, you know, especially at that age. He still do it now, but he don't do it as bad. Mom, what if you have $2 million? What would you do with it? Mama, what if birds could just walk and not fly? Well, how you think they'll be? What if we could fly? Like, he will what if you to death, and by the time he get to something that's real, you just be like, oh, okay, what? You know what I'm saying? Cause he used to not bring up the important things until later. By then you like, boy, get out my face, okay? So now when my son tell me stuff, I investigate now. What she say? We good? You ain't seen nobody? No. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. I remember when I moved here, there is an attic part in my room, baby. I took a broom and this number right here to see if it can open. Baby, I can't open it. So, baby, if you up there, I ain't heard no boom, 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 but I'll be listening for it. But anyway, subscribe, like, comment. If you don't know what to comment, drop a heart in my comments or whatever. But I appreciate everybody that support me. Y'all don't know how much it means to me. Y'all give me one step closer to my dream, and that's to monetize and be able to bring some extra money in to spend on my sons and take care of these bills, because y'all know the bills are tight. But anyway, see y'all on the next one. Bye, guys.